Good morning, May the 24th, Saturday, 6:40 a.m. Good morning, Rangers. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, people. I'm a people, you're a people. I do me, you do you. Do 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 do. It is. I feel good this morning. It is perfectly clear, 47 degrees, no or very little wind. Beautiful Saturday morning. I'm going to go over to Capitan this morning and get me an avocado and a bag of chips. Yoo-hoo! What a day. What a day. First, I'm going to check my mail in Carrizozo. It's a busy day for me. Got my breakfast going there. Life's good. Got the gang there. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I was sitting here yesterday evening after beer 30. I went out and went to my beer 30 room and was having a toddy or beer. And I was thinking, why don't we go back to Texas and just see how hot it is? Ha 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 ha. It's amazing what a little the difference a little time makes. Like a good night's sleep. I woke up this morning, checked the temperature in Bracketville or Fort Clark Springs, Texas. Right now it's like 72, or excuse me, it shows to be like 76 or something on Google, but that's always overstated. So it's probably like 68 to 70, but here it's 47. I like this better. And the high today here will probably be in the low 80s. It'll be warm, but not too bad. So anyway, what else? Today's the first day of the rest of your life. Make it a good one. It's the day after yesterday, yet day before tomorrow right now. Yeah, and then right now went by. Couldn't remember what to say. And then what else? Never worry about what you can't change. I'll guarantee you that's a biggie. I don't watch the news. I read the news occasionally. I go to some places I've saved and I read, and it's like there's two planets. You read this news and then you read that news, and what Anyway, I'm not worried about it, guys. I promise you. What else today for your viewing pleasure? I got something. I think it's more driving stuff, but that's the way it's going to be. We'll just softball our way through life here. And then what else? I don't have anything really planned. I'm thinking about doing something, but every time I come up with something, I realize that if I go anywhere, I'm going to be either staying in an RV park, boo, 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 or a state park in New Mexico somewhere. But I've been to most of the state parks, and none of them really turn me on this time of the year. Navajo Lake would be good. It'd be nice and cool there, probably. But you can't get any. You can't get a series of nights in a row with water and electric. You can get one here, one there. Rusty, are you going to get the comments? Yes, I am. John B. It's 2:58 a.m. Saturday here, Rusty, and I can see you just fine, old buddy. That was on Beer 30 Sanity Session. Yeah, that kind of made me angry whenever that didn't work. It started going doo 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 doo, loading, loading, loading. Uh, on your end, not on my end, but that's why I've got the Starlink satellite. I'm paying $80 a month for that, mainly to do Beer 30. So if it happens again, out with Starlink. I don't know what caused it. The upload speeds weren't really that bad. The download speeds were excellent. And so I don't know. But anyway, our YouTube had an issue. I don't know. Joe Frugal, my uncle's 80. You run circles around him. Well, Joe, I ain't running. And if it's a running contest, your uncle wins. Anyway, thank you. Scotty Thompson says, cool video talk, cool comment call. Thank you, Scotty. Enjoy your day. Thank you for your comments. The masked bowler from Wisconsin. Sean Martin, that property in Kingsland is really nice. Yeah, it's a 201 Comanche Drive. Yeah, it is. It's called Sherwood Shores 3. Yeah, it's okay. It backs up to a ranch and stuff. No, and for me to buy it at the price we had agreed on would have been basically stealing. Okay, and I didn't do it because I know the lady and I didn't want to do it. Anyway, Barton Weaver, they say that the third time is the charm. Well, they can keep saying it because I ain't buying anything over at Chalet Camper Village. We done tried that. Al Fur, thumbs up. Terry Terry Kyle, I guess. Looks nice there, but it would be lonely there. And I live in the tropics where it gets down to 70 degrees. I'm cold. No, I hear you. Well, it's all relative. Linda Freeman, why don't you show the cover, how it looks? I did a video. It says RV cover, carport heat load reduction. Apparently, I know what it was. I was getting one and I hadn't gotten it yet. I was telling people why I was getting it. Yeah, the heat load reduction. Yeah, the Haley Way, the Haley Way Live. That's the name. One of my favorite places you have had since watching your channel. Perfect place for the summers and beautiful views. Yeah, it's okay. This has beautiful views. Now, this is not nearly as cool as Cloudcroft because it's 5,600 feet here in elevation, and there it's 8,600. Yeah, that's a big difference. That's about 10 degrees difference on each end. Yeah. Sandra Newman, no thanks. I'll live in my RV off grid on solar to save my money. Yeah, you can do that. You can live out in the desert and the national forest and stuff. Yeah, solar works pretty good. You do you. George Thomas had two different homes here for a grand total of 6 days. Well, he's talking about me, maybe. I don't know. No, mine was. I've been there long. I stayed there longer than that, but JD, now you can buy weed we'll never get to in Texas. I don't do the weed stuff, and in Texas I don't care if they ever do or not. But the reason they don't do it in Texas, we got a big Bible Belt up around Dallas and the East Texas area that has a lot of government influence, and as long as they do, then that weed stuff it may gradually get done, but it'll be years. It's the way it is, guys. Hot cocoa. I'm sorry, I looked at that house in Capitan. Yuck. You didn't like that, huh? Yeah, I thought it was. I still think about it, but I'm not going to spend that much money. But if they came back and accepted my offer, I'd probably follow through on that. I probably would. Yeah, because it doesn't need. You need to put in about 20,000. The roof you don't need to do immediately, but in the next 5 or 10, I may not ever need to do it. But as far as cleaning up the inside, outside, doing a little painting and stuff, yeah, you need to do that. Lawrence Cutting, thank God for Beer 30. Sanity, yeah, if it helps, I hope. Francis Ebeke, cool place, literally in wintertime. Yeah, well, it is definitely cool in the winter, I can assure you that. This is Deborah Abercrombie. I've been living on my farm too long, too crowded for me. I talked to goats. Ha. Oh, I talked to all the animals I had. I had goats and chickens and dogs and yeah, and cats, and I'd talk to them. Sure, hell yeah. But yeah, and they just look at you. Well, like that. I got a video coming up. One of the what do they call them, pronghorns here, and I walk right up to it nearly, and yeah, I talk to them. I talk to them when they stand still. Myself user, watch out for ticks, Lyme. I never saw a tick or heard of anybody talking about the ticks. I don't. And knock on wood, I've never been bothered with them at all. Stephen Greco, hi Rusty. Don't you have 3 bedrooms? Oh, excuse me. Didn't you have 3 homes there in the village? Just wondering because you said 2. No, I only own 2. Yeah, 2. I had 2. And the only reason I bought the second one was because it's so cheap, you know. Yeah, I thought, hell, I'd buy that thing and make a few bucks. I did. I made a few dollars off of it, not much. Known one or no one or something like that. U block origin seems to work fine. Blocking YouTubes and ad garbage, and same goes for Brave browser, Rusty. Well, I don't use those things. I don't. I don't even know what they are, to tell you the truth. Robert Thompson, no matter what you do to it, oh, that's on the storage building. It's still a shed, has no second door, would not pass inspection for a home. That's why you want to put it out in the county. Don't worry about that crap. Mike Simpson, how good is fuel at 75 miles per hour. That's on the Maverick. I live in Kansas, Oklahoma, and my highway are 75. Just curious. I plan to buy one this next week. I imagine you drop it down to 25. You'd drop it, yeah, at least. You might be able to get 25 miles a gallon. I've never driven that fast, so I can't tell you. If the speed limit sign says 80, you got to remember that's the speed limit. You're not required to go that fast. See, a lot of people in their minds see that sign and think, oh my gosh, I've got to go 60 or 65 or 70 or 75. No, that's the limit. That's as fast as you're supposed to go. Okay? So you just drive whatever speed you want. Where are the lights? Well, it's within tolerances. Don't, if you're on an 80-mile-an-hour highway, 60 would probably get by. If you're on a 65-mile-an-hour highway, 55 probably get by. Where are the lights? Have a great weekend. Yeah, you too. Anyway, where are the lights left me a little pat on the back. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We'll do 3 more here. Tom, thought beer sanity session was short, 23 minutes. Some video was cut when there was a buffering issue. Yeah, well, actually, there's 2 probably videos. I think I'm not sure because I restarted. Alvin Masso, wonderful beer 30 Rusty. Yeah. Sorry about that little interruption we had, but I had no control over it. Robert Thompson, it's a shed. It would never qualify as a home. That's on the Tiny Home Depot. Well, if you go into a situation like that with that attitude, you're right. It won't. BBQ Rando, thanks for the tour, Rusty, on Chalet Camper Village. Yeah, you're welcome. But anyway, guys, from Carrizozo, New Mexico, on a Saturday morning, what do they call it? Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, this weekend. Yeah, we got a pretty weekend. Look like. Yeah, it does to me. But anyway, thumbs up. Carpe diem. Adios. Bye-bye. Buy anything you want anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Well, it doesn't cost you a penny. That's one reason. And then what else? Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. It's good for you. It'll help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and all that stuff. And then what else? Take deep breaths. Breathe in deep, breathe out slowly, relieves stress, lowers your blood pressure. Muy bueno. And then what else? Stretch, swivel, walk, pedal, exercise your body once or twice every day. You'll never regret that either. You'll feel good and may live healthier. And then what else? Stand guard at the door of your mind. Accentuate the positive. Eliminate the negative. Enjoy your life one day or one moment at a time. At ease, carry on. Adios, bye-bye, hasta luego, vaya con Dios, aloha, until the next video. And on we go, guys. Maintain your sanity and enjoy your life the best way you can. Carry on. Bye-bye.